The anteater had his arm accidentally torn off by the black panther during training. Seeing this, the eagle immediately ordered all the herbivores to retreat in alarm, fearing that the panther was unleashing his wild nature. The shocked panther tried to explain that it was not intentional, but at that moment none of the herbivores were willing to listen. Only the tiger, also a carnivore, stepped in once again to calm the panther down. However, the most important thing now was to get the anteater to the hospital. But the anteater refused the eagle's help because he no longer wanted any contact with carnivores. There were no herbivores around who could carry him. Just as everyone was at a loss, Legosher became the only carnivore the anteater was willing to trust. He didn't know why Legosher was chosen, but he needed someone to carry him and someone else to take his severed arm. However, the animals raised as herbivores were too afraid to touch it. In the end, the large bear stepped forward, skillfully wrapping the arm, and together with Legosher, they rushed the anteater to the school infirmary. At that moment, the panther who had accidentally torn off his companion's arm was devastated. Not only was he facing expulsion, but he was also enduring the strange looks from the herbivores, and even worse, the fear that everyone would suspect he had eaten the alpaca. It must be said that the tiger was very good at comforting him. In reality, the panther did not need to worry so much. The real killer had already been found by Legosher. In fact, the large bear also knew that Legosher had discovered the truth. He just hadn't expected that a small wolf would dare to confront him. To prevent the truth from leaking out, he had no choice but to devour another wolf. At that moment, Legosher was drenched in sweat. In a one-on-one confrontation, he stood almost no chance of winning. But for the sake of the truth, he could only risk his life and try. At the moment of greatest tension, the deer happened to pass by and clearly overheard the conversation between the two of them. It turned out that the deer was certain that if anything happened to him, the police would seal off the school and launch an investigation. By then, the large bear would be in serious trouble as well. The bear also knew that the deer was not lying, so even though he was boiling with rage, he could only watch as the deer calmly walked away. Filled with anger, the large bear was unable to sleep late into the night. Worse still, his headache flared up at that moment. As it turned out, all bears over 2 meters tall were required to take medication for muscle hypertrophy.